Hello, guys. Once again, it is the writer's journey. Last week we talked about Naruto. This week we're talking about Evangelion. Yes, I made an Evangelion OC, and he was based on just like I really loved swordsman, and I really wanted to do like a swordsman Ava. And so it's based on the movie timeline. I have not watched all the movies. This was written after I watched 2.22 again, which, by the way, is probably my favorite anime movie of all time. Um, and that's saying something because there's also like other really good movies up there. But man, Evangelion 2.22 is just so freaking fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching the first one and then watching the second one. I don't recommend watching stuff out of order unless it's non-consequential. But with this one, it is. Like, you need to know what's going on in the first one. That way you know what's going on in the second one. The main character, I can't remember his name. He was from, I think it was like Brendan or something like that. I was really trying to come up with different names to use. That way I didn't like recycle Ezekiel, Evan, Steven. Maybe it was Joseph. We'll say it's Joseph. Joseph sounds pretty good. So Joseph, Joseph was from America. He was from the American branch. He was sent over to really assist because it seemed like Japan was having like the biggest problem. So they sent one of their agents over. And I had to study up on Evangelion lore to figure out how the Avas were made and like how, like why like only certain people could do Avas. And so yeah, his main weapon was a longsword, like a European longsword. And his Evangelion was nicknamed in America Excalibur. I was going to have him from Europe, but I was like, no, I'm pretty sure the one chick was from Europe. The redhead, I can't remember her name. Asuka, was that her name? I thought she was like from Europe or something like that. And he ends up getting with her. Was planning on writing the ending of 2.22. I had like everyone hate him in the beginning. I don't know why I had everyone hate Joseph at the beginning, because like it didn't make sense to anyone's character. But whatever. It only got like 2 chapters. I had the chapter of when he was traveling to Japan, and then I had where he's introduced to all the characters, and then I stopped writing after that. I just kind of lost interest because, again, similar to the Naruto one, I just didn't know what to do. Would I write this again? Probably not, just because I don't know what I would do with it. Evangelion is such a fantastic story. I don't really want to bother touching it. But yeah, I tended to like ship my OC with a character that I really liked her design or personality of, and so that's what I would do a lot of times. And sometimes I would do it because friends challenged me to make a character that would work well with this character, like being tailor made to be shipped with this character. I did that quite a bit. Soul Eater was a big example of that. I really like Tsubaki, so I made a character for Tsubaki. Because I just run on the assumption that Soul and Maka got together. I always felt like there was always like hints of that in the show, but the show's focus just wasn't on dating or like relationships in terms of like romantic relationships. So I assumed that they could have been dating during the time of the show. They just didn't want to make it a focus because their relationship comes after duty. And so that's how I always saw that. I could do a lot of like videos on like my philosophy of like writing and stuff like that in terms of like relationships and all that, which is very different than what I thought about when I was like in my teenage years into my early adult years when I would write. But now that I kind of like, I don't know, you grow up a little bit and you start kind of thinking about, if you're a writer or whatever, you really think about like character psychology. Like, what would this character do in this situation? And then you just go from there. But yeah, would I ever write this again? Probably not. Like, I just don't think I could come up with an idea good enough for to fit within the Evangelion universe, because it's such a specific like set of circumstances in terms of the writing that I just don't think I could give it benefit. So yeah, that was oh, I got the hiccups. Okay, that was my Evangelion story. I'll see you guys next time. Have an awesome day and a good night.